Hi FlossTube, it's Lori McClary, textilist. Welcome to my channel. Hey FlossTubies, it's Lori. Welcome to my channel and thanks for hanging out with me today. If you're one of my new subscribers, welcome. If you're returning, then I'm glad you're here. And I've got some things to share with you today. I've got the winner of the spotted hare pattern, the bunny pattern. Has some things that I've been working on. And I have some plans because I'm about bunnied out. At least as far as cross stitching goes. I have a few more of the stuffed bunnies that I want to make. So I'm moving on into summer, so I want to share some of the things that I hope to add into the mix of my samplers to stitch on. And then I have a very tiny bit of haul. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so before I share who won the pattern, I want to talk a little bit about giveaways. So if you are a subscriber of Teresa Kogut, and if you aren't, you really should be, go check her out. She has a couple of FlossTube channels. And she did a little segment in one of her recent videos where she talked about, she did, I think, a 10,000 subscriber giveaway. She had some fabulous giveaways. And what she mentioned was that there were so many people that were not publicly subscribed to her channel that she drew, but she couldn't give the prizes to them because she couldn't tell that they were subscribed. And I ran into the same problem. And interestingly enough, the setting that she talked about, I didn't have set on my own. So there's a setting on your channel where it says, do you want to have the videos that you subscribe to private or public? And I'm not sure which is the default. It could be defaulted to private. It could be defaulted to public. I'm not positive. But you need to go and check that. And if you go to her latest video, and I'll link it down below, then she kind of goes through all of that. But the problem is if we can't tell that you're subscribed, and we're doing this for our subscribers, then you don't get the opportunity to win. Now, interestingly enough, out of the 100+ people that commented on my last video to win this pattern, only a third of them were publicly subscribed, or it showed that they have a channel that I can see that you're subscribed. So the good news is if you're subscribed, your chances are really good compared to all of the people that might be watching and commenting if they're not subscribed. So please go to your settings, go to the part where it says, do you want your videos that you subscribe to public or private, and make it public. That way I can see that you are a subscriber, and then I can, you're in the mix for the winning. So I have this one. I have a couple more of these patterns that will be coming up on future videos to give away. And then I also have some charts to give away, or a chart to give away from Wendy of Needle Art by Wendy from the Heart Needle Art. So make sure that you are subscribed and that your subscription is public so that we can see it. And that way you will be in the running. You'll be able to get the chart. So without further ado, I'm going to insert Bliney Crisp. I know you, Bliney. Hi. You won the chart, the Bunny's Big Carrot chart, by the Spotted Hare Mercantile. And what I need you to do, I will comment on your comment, and I need you to private message me and send me the email that you would like this chart sent to. And then Lorianne Corliss will send you the chart directly. So congratulations, Bliney. Very excited. I was super excited to see your name come up, and I can't wait to see what you have done with the pattern. So I had hoped to get mine done before filming this video, and it just didn't happen, but I have my carrot sewn. I need to turn it. I have my bunny sewn. I need to turn it, and I have the ears here. So these are the colors that I picked out. I did go with the little plaid, the lightly plaided fabric. So I think it's going to be super cute, and hopefully I'll have that completed before the next video. Okay, so that's the giveaway from last time, and then I will do the giveaway for this time later on in the video. Okie dokie, so the first one up is Mary Amelia's bird, and I worked on it just a little bit after the last video, and this is by Quaint Rose Needle Arts. And I'm stitching this on a 36 count hand die that I hand dyed myself. And this is where I'm at. I think what I got done that was not there last time was a little bit more of that. And I would have probably finished it, except I got swept away by a couple of more charts, new releases, new market releases. But I did get a little bit more done, and let's see, I probably have a good solid week of stitching on this to finish this. And I do need to, I do really want to get it completed because my next bird in the series is one of the part of the haul that I got this time. So here are the flosses, and they're gorgeous. There's a bunch of them. So I'll just kind of do a little twirly here. But I'm really loving this stitch. It is so pretty. And I will be super happy. I think I found a frame for it. I'm not going to say for sure. I need to take it with me to the shop. But I think I'm going to do an oval frame for this one. The next one that I worked on a little bit, and this is kind of where I've got this started. I didn't get it finished for Easter, but I like having some stitches that are started for the next season, so when it rolls around again that I can pick them up and get them done quickly. This one is a free chart by Lottie Da. I believe you can find it on her site, and I don't recall if she has if it's an Etsy site or if it's a .com, but it is free, and I'm just going to flash it on here. It's called The Alphabet with Hair. And this is my progress. The colors I chose, this is a Victoria Motto sampler called Coastal Seaweed. And I really, really like that. And I think the hair I did in like a DMC 610 something, or something close to that, maybe 607, 608. I don't recall exactly. I'll have to go back and look. But I'm doing this on a 18 count Fiddler's Aida. It's the light oatmeal, and I think I dunked it in tea. I really like stitching on this. It's very soft, super easy to stitch on, you know, like an Aida would be. But I don't really care for Aida, but I do like this. So I'm hoping to maybe pick up a few more pieces of this because I think it's you know, got that rustic look that I like, and I think it will be great for a lot of smalls. So I'm about 2/3 of the way done on that. So when I pick that up again next spring, it will go pretty fast. Okay, so the next thing that I've really been spending my time on is this one, Keeper of the Pens. I started stitching one of them and I couldn't put it down. This is a market release by Brenda Gervais. And I finished this one. I don't have the beads sewn on. I picked up the beads recently and I haven't sewn them on yet. So I have this one done. I have this one done. That little over one strawberry is so darn cute. And I have this one done. And then I have more fabric to keep stitching. And I also pulled out a couple of other Brenda Gervais charts and one other chart. So I've pulled out the ABC My Pins and Me. This is just to put together a strawberry, or excuse me, a tomato, not a strawberry. I think it was Carol, or maybe even a few other floss tubers who pulled out a couple others. This is a possibility that I might stitch to go with it. I'm not sure, but it's Mice in the Sewing Room by Brenda Gervais. This one I definitely will be stitching to put in there, and it's the I Collect. I know that Carol showed this one. So those are going to be stitched as companion pieces. One that I had thought of, which is a kit that an exclusive kit that I got a couple of years ago. This is a hands-on design, and it's tomato, but I think it's kind of its own little display. It came all kitted. Isn't that cute? Even has the pens, etc. I don't think I'll be displaying it. It's kind of slightly different in the genre, but I will be stitching a couple of blue ball jars. Now, excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. This one is a freebie that you can get off of the Country Living site. It's from May 2015, so I'm going to flash it up here too. It's a really cute stitch, and it's a blue ball jar. And I think I'm going to stitch it twice. I'm going to stitch one just as exactly as it is showed, and then another one I'm going to make it a shorter ball jar. And then I'll put a tall ball jar and a short ball jar in with the display. So that's really my thought, is to have the ball jar and these stitches in the display. And then I have a backing picked out. I didn't bring it with me. Hold please. This is the backing I have picked out that I will probably put on most of them, and then any other trim will be something that matches this, so that it kind of is in line with the blue ball jar. So that's taken up quite a bit of my stitching time, these stitches, but I do have, let me see, I do have one more that I've been stitching on that I can show you. So let's move all of this over here. Oh, the other thing I may add to the mix, right now I have everything in my tomato bag that Kindred Stitcher made. These are the colors. So you can see it all goes really well together. It's just kind of fun to have, and this a friend of mine gave to me. Kathy Lounsbury made that for me. But I have, and I had forgotten I had it until I went looking for things. I have the panel from Brenda Gervais as well, and it's just the right colors. This is the Queen of the Needle. Now, I may use some of this in the finishing. I may make a project bag. I'm not sure, but I have all of this, and I'll figure out. It'll be a surprise what I do or what I don't do. But I think this ticking would be really cute as well. So that's in the mix. And let's see. I think that's all for Keeper of the Pens. And then the last thing that I've been working on is D Free Tag 1849. So I'm getting back into my samplers. And I have been waiting for I have it in this project bag. I've been waiting for a silk, which was the Gloriana Pacific Blue Dark, which was this one. These are the silks, and they're so pretty. I love these colors. And so here's my progress. Everything from here over, plus all of the little white flowers on that row, and then the row below it, and all of the white, well, it's not white, it's actually kind of a taupe color. All of the taupe color stitching, I can't see what I'm doing, is my progress from last time. So I'm glad that this is coming along. Here's what it looks like up close. So these little flowers will have little red stamens all the way across. And then I think I have, let's see, where am I at? After that, I have another row of alphabet, and then I get down to another really pretty band that I'm looking forward to stitching. So I'm about halfway down the bands, and then I'll get to the 2 flower motifs and this circular thing. So really happy with this. I was happy to get back to it. It is so fun to stitch, and it's such a pretty sampler. So that's my progress for the last couple weeks. I have a group that I go to on Tuesdays that I stitch with in Bend. So that kind of takes away an entire day, and sometimes I get things stitched and sometimes I don't. We do a lot of chit-chatting. And then last week I also met with my quilt group. So I had the ladies over, and guess who showed up? So Anna used to be part of this quilt group when she lived here in Sisters, and she was on her way to a retreat, so she stopped and sat with us for an hour or so during our quilting meetup, and it was really fun to see her. And they're a wonderful group of ladies. I am so fortunate that I was asked to join their group. They're great, and so we meet once a month, and they also do quilts for the Garden of Quilts, which is part of the quilt show that's here in July here in Sisters. So I need to get working on a quilt for that. But so that has kind of taken up some of my time. Let's see, what have we got next? Oh, I think I will show you, since we were just looking at From the Heart Needle Arts. I also received some happy mail from Wendy. It was quite a surprise to come home and see this package, but she sent some of her new releases, and she said just a little something that I could either keep them or share them, and I keep looking at them wondering which ones I'm going to share because I like them all, but I am going to share. So what she sent was July's Quaker. So this is a series. Isn't that beautiful? Green Pear Band Sampler. I really like this one. This would be so pretty on, I mean, you can take a lot of motifs off of it. You could do drums. I really like the pears. I think this is it's an adaptation of the Xavier Hearn sampler. I know when Laura saw this, she said, it's a Hearn. Here is the actual Xavier Hearn sampler. And it is just beautiful. I love these motifs down here. And then my favorite one of all, this one's probably going to stay with me, is the Token of Love. And this is an original anniversary sampler. Is that not gorgeous? Look at those colors. You've got the grass, you've got a beautiful border, you've got a red house. It's just so pretty. I really love that. So I was looking through them, and I think the one I'm going to give away today is the July Quaker. It is so pretty. It's so hard, but you guys deserve it. Anyway, let's go ahead. If you are interested, make sure you change your settings to public. If you're interested in the July Quaker chart, go ahead and put July in your comment and tell me what you are looking forward to doing this summer. That's what will be the giveaway. So must be 18, don't say giveaway, don't say free, don't, all of the stuff that we normally do, and then put July in your comment and tell me what you would like to, or what you're looking forward to doing this summer. Okay, I did get a little bit of haul. I think I mentioned at my last video, once I got my scan results, I did a big floss order. So I was able to get floss for a Blackbird Designs that I'm not starting quite yet. I also was able to kit up this from Mojo Stitches. This is going to be my next bird that I'm doing, and I got all the floss for that. I haven't pulled the linen yet, So this was some of my haul. This is Mary Barton's work by Mojo Stitches. This was a download. You can download that instantly. And the colors are so pretty. So that will go along with my Mary Amelia's bird. I also got the Scarlet House. Oh, what does she call this? Needfuls. So I got the needfuls. That will probably be a different display than the Brenda Gervais one, even though they go really well together. My great grandmother did a piece of weaving that really is reminiscent of this, and so I might do a display with that. So I received that in the mail. I got the new Prairie Schooler. And then at Stitch Group on Tuesday, one of the ladies had an extra 1994 Santa Prairie Schooler, so she gave that to me. So I was pretty excited to get that. So that's my haul slash Stitchy mail, Stitchy Kindness, Happy Mail. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about, I just kind of have to shift some stuff here, is plans. So I still plan on working on all of the samplers that I've talked about in the last couple of videos, but there's a few summer ones that I really want to pick up and get done. Now this first one kind of falls under what was I thinking when I started this, and I'm not sure because my border on here looks pretty tiny and it's just barely a start, but it's a wordplay. It's the August wordplay by Brenda Gervais, and I have a very small start here, but I'm pretty sure that that is the border. So I have like a 1/4 inch border all around. I'll need to I'm going to measure this to make sure it's actually going to fit. And if not, I will set this aside and use it for something else and pick a different piece. But here is, let's see, oh, here we go. Here are the flosses that it calls for. Very beautiful. Very like the colors of August around here in the high desert. So I like that a lot, and I have that in this project bag. The next one is another one that I'm probably going to restart. So I was looking at it today. This one's been on my mind. I really wanted to get back to it. This is a great summer stitch, and it's Heart and Hand by Brenda Gervais. And I love this one. This is done on a 35 count dove. That's the called for. And it actually calls for using 2 strands of floss, which I did. And when I started this was way back about 4 years ago when I first started cross stitching. So I, of course, was doing everything the chart told me. But since then, I was looking at it today going, I'm not really sure that I want to do this 2/2. I think I want to do this 1/2. So I'm going to, I'm just going to turn it over. I have plenty of linen, and I'm going to start here, and I'm going to do this 1/2 since it's 35 count. And I think the coverage will still be great. I did a little test run up here in the corner, and it's fine. It's beautiful. So I'm going to just leave that. It's not much of a start, and I'm going to restart it over here. And these are the flosses that it calls for. I think I did substitute a few of them. I have a Victoria motto in there, and is that the only one I substituted? I think that's the only one I substituted. So it calls for a little bit of everything. It has Weeks, it has Gentle Arts, it has Classic Colorworks, and it has DMC, and then I added the Victoria motto. So it's going to be a restart, but I'm going to work on it, and it's going to be a perfect summer stitch. So that's on my plans. And then the other one that is high on my plans is another Brenda Gervais, go figure, and this is Summer at Cherry Hill. And I do have a nice little start on it. This is on a 40 count, let's see, what am I doing this on? A vintage buttercream. It's a 40 count Lakeside Linen vintage buttercream. And it's beautiful. The colors on it are fantastic. And I think what turned me onto this chart is I saw it made up 2 examples of it at my very first retreat, and I just fell in love with it, and I immediately had to order everything to stitch on it. So doing it in all the called for, and I'm super excited to work on that. When I first started cross stitching, I would look at these thinking that these are going to take me forever, but now that I've done some bigger samplers, these are not quite that big. It's not small. I guess I can consider it a medium. It's 154 by 197. But if I work on it, I should be able to get it done this summer. And I have that in this very beautiful cherry red project bag as well. So those are the smaller stitches that I'm adding into my rotation. But then I have one more that's coming up, and I'm super excited about it. So 2 or 3 videos ago, Christy from Daisy K Primitives was talking about possibly wanting to start Jane Cowie. Or maybe it was on an Instagram post. I don't remember. Anyway, so I messaged her and I said, whenever you decide that you want to start Jane Cowie, you let me know and I will start with you. So she messaged me a day or so ago and she goes, okay, I'm ready to start. And I went and pulled out my Jane Cowie. I had already kitted it up. I didn't chart it up. Scarlet House charted it up. I kitted it up, and so I have all of the MPI, the call for MPI, and I think I had pulled a 36 count, no, a 40 count weeks cocoa, but it was the old weeks. So we were chit-chatting back and forth, and I was just like, I don't think I really want to stitch this particular sampler on the old weeks. And it calls for a 46 count. So I went digging through my stash and I found a beautiful piece of Lakeside Vintage Meadow that I think I'm going to do Jane Cowie on. So we're going to start that May 1st. I'm really excited to get that started and to work on that with Christy. So that's in my plans as well. So that's really all I have to share today. I've been stitching along, I've been working on my quilts, been working on bunnies, meeting with my peeps in a couple weeks. I'm going to be going to the Farm Girl gatherings in Amana with my girl Lisa, Kindred Stitcher. So it kind of kicks off the retreat season, so I'm pretty excited about that. And I think I'll do one video right before we go, and then I'll be doing a video when we come back. So we might do a little sneaky videos, or if you just watch my stories on Instagram, we like to do stories on Instagram when we're traveling. So that's about it. That's all I have for you today. And I'm so glad again that you stopped by. I really appreciate it. And remember to go change your settings so that if you enter for any of the giveaways that I can see your comment and that you can win something. So take care. See you all soon. And bye-bye for now.